Okay, students, now let us go for your circular permutations. Please make a point that circular permutations are very important regarding your competitive exams. So in circular permutations, it is not as usual your permutation. It will be a different kind of permutation comparing to your usual problems. Clear? So in circular permutations, what happens here? If you take one of the value here, that is a1 of a5 elements, that means you want to arrange 5 elements. Clear? Out of this a5 elements, I have taken, see, out of these 5 elements I have taken one of the object and I have placed here. Clear? So in circular permutations, what happens? You have to take one of the object and you have to fix it for one of the position and you have to arrange the remaining terms circularly. Clear? So here for example, I have taken a5 elements. If I want to make a circle, a2, a3, a4 and this is a5. Are you getting my point? So like this you have to form a circle. Clear? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Like this you have to arrange the elements in circle. For that, what you have to do? You have to fix one position and you have to start the arranging the elements in circular form. Please remember, circular permutation is regarding the arranging objects in circular form. Just we are understanding what is circular permutation. We are not going through any formulas here. Just now we are understanding what is circular permutation. Circular permutation is the arrangement of the given objects in circular form. Clear, students? So for example, we have 5 elements. I have arranged in circular form from A1 to A5, or you can take from A1 to like this. Clear? So here you have arranged to A1. Clear? You have started with A1 and you came up here and you ended at 5. So it is the arrangement in circular form. So again, here what it happens, you start with, see here it ends with A5. Again, we starts with A1, we ends at A2. Clear, students? So here we are arranging the given objects in circular form. That means in anti-clockwise direction and in clockwise direction. One will be clockwise and another one will be anti-clockwise. Clear? So first let us understand what is circular permutation clearly. Circular permutation means we are arranging, that is we are arranging the given objects in circular form by fixing one of the object at one position. We arrange the other elements in circular form. One we can arrange with clockwise and one we can arrange with anti-clockwise. That means you can arrange the elements in two types. One is clockwise and another one is anti-clockwise. So make sure that what is that? Circular permutations means it is that you are arranging the elements in circular form. Clear? We have to fix one of the object. How we have fixed here A1? If we fix A1 and we go for the other terms. Clear? By fixing A1 at one position, we start to fix others in circular form. That is called circular permutation. Either it may be clockwise or it may be anti-clockwise. Just in the next time, let us see what will be the clockwise permutation and what will be the anti-clockwise permutation. What if all the elements are same while clockwise, and what if all the elements are different while clockwise? Are you getting my points? See the terms. Arranging the same number of elements, that means same objects in circular form, is one thing. Arranging the different type of elements in the circular form is again the different thing. See, two different things. First one is same objects. First one is same objects arranging in circular form. Second one is different objects. Are you getting my point? Arranging different objects in circular form. Here one is clockwise. Here one is clockwise. Second one is anti-clockwise. So these all terms you have to observe whenever you are solving the problem. Clear? For all here, for same objects it will be different permutation. For different objects it will be another permutation. Clear? So whenever you are solving, please concentrate on what is the permutation. Is it a clockwise or is it anti-clockwise? Is it a same? Is it having a same objects or it is having a different objects? This is what we have to concentrate whenever you are solving your circular permutations. Please remember, circular permutations means the arrangement or the selection of the elements in the circular form by fixing one of the object. Clear? Okay, now let us move for the next things. Okay students, now you got what is circular permutation. Circular permutation is the arrangement or the selection of any objects or anything in the circular form by fixing one of the objects. So no problem. Now let us look at clockwise and anti-clockwise. Clockwise and anti-clockwise permutation. Clockwise and anti-clockwise permutation. What happens in different type of cases? See, clockwise and anti-clockwise permutations are same. Clockwise and anti-clockwise permutations are same in arranging. For example, see, clockwise and anti-clockwise permutations are same. For example, arranging beads in necklace. Arranging the beads in necklace. But the second one is clockwise and anti-clockwise permutations are different. For example, that is arrangement of persons around a table. So see here, whenever you are solving a circular permutations problem, we have to look at the problem very carefully, because clockwise and anti-clockwise permutations are going to be same whenever you are arranging the beads of a necklace. No problem. But clockwise and anti-clockwise permutations are going to be different whenever you are arranging persons around a table. See how it is going to be a different. Clear? So these all things you have to observe whenever you are solving circular permutation problems. So it is very, very important. First thing, circular permutations means arrangement of any objects or any persons around a table, in a circular form. Clear? The second thing, when clockwise and anti-clockwise are going to be the same, and when clockwise and anti-clockwise are going to be the different, it depends on the problem which you are solving. See, for beads of the necklace, it is same. For the persons around the table, it will be different. Means anti-clockwise and clockwise arrangements are going to be different for arranging the persons around the table, but for arranging the beads in a necklace, it is going to be same. Are you getting my point? So you have to observe and you have to remember this type of things very carefully while solving the problem. Okay, let us see next. Okay students, now you got what is circular permutation. Circular permutation is the arrangement or the selection of any objects or anything in the circular form by fixing one of the objects. So no problem. Now let us look at clockwise and anti-clockwise. Clockwise and anti-clockwise permutation. Clockwise and anti-clockwise permutation. What happens in different type of cases? See, clockwise and anti-clockwise permutations are same. Clockwise and anti-clockwise permutations are same in arranging. For example, see, clockwise and anti-clockwise permutations are same. For example, arranging beads in necklace. Arranging the beads in necklace. But the second one is clockwise and anti-clockwise permutations are different. For example, that is arrangement of persons around a table. So see here, whenever you are solving a circular permutations problem, we have to look at the problem very carefully, because clockwise and anti-clockwise permutations are going to be same whenever you are arranging the beads of a necklace. No problem. But clockwise and anti-clockwise permutations are going to be different whenever you are arranging persons around a table. See how it is going to be a different. Clear? So these all things you have to observe whenever you are solving circular permutation problems. So it is very, very important. First thing, circular permutations means arrangement of any objects or any persons around a table, in a circular form. Clear? The second thing, when clockwise and anti-clockwise are going to be the same, and when clockwise and anti-clockwise are going to be the different, it depends on the problem which you are solving. See, for beads of the necklace, it is same. For the persons around a table, it will be different. Means anti-clockwise and clockwise arrangements are going to be different for arranging the persons around a table, but for arranging the beads in a necklace, it is going to be same. Are you getting my point? So you have to observe and you have to remember this type of things very carefully while solving the problem. Okay, let us see next. Okay students, see here. Now we have seen that if I have n number of same kind of things, and if I arranging them in the same order of clockwise and anti-clockwise, then what are the permutations? That is n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. We have seen that. So now let us go for n different things. N different things with different order. With different order of clockwise and anti-clockwise and anti-clockwise arrangements. Clockwise and anti-clockwise arrangements. The permutations are equal to NPR divided by R. Have you got my point? See the difference in between two statements. That is very, very important. Here n number of same kind of objects where clockwise and anti-clockwise order is distinct, is not distinct. That means same. Order is same. The n number of same kind. That means n number of same kind of elements. The order is also same. Therefore, your things are going to be n minus 1 factorial by 2. But here n different things with different order of clockwise and anti-clockwise. The order which you are following for clockwise is not same as the order which you are following for anti-clockwise. Clear? All the elements are different. The order of clockwise and anti-clockwise is also different. In that type of situation, your permutations are NPR divided by R. Are you getting my point? So that is very, very important. See, n different things taken at a time, they are arranged in the clockwise and anti-clockwise where the order is not same. In that situation, your permutations are going to be NPR divided by R. Clear? On the same way, n same kind of things are taken. Clockwise and anti-clockwise is also same order. So in that cases, you are going to have n minus 1 divided by 2. Clear? That means n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. Clear? Okay students, we have seen that if n same kind of elements are taken and arranged in same order of clockwise and anti-clockwise, then the permutations are going to be n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. We also seen that n different things are taken and they have arranged in clockwise and anti-clockwise where the arrangement is different of order. Clear? That means clockwise and anti-clockwise order is different. In that situation, NPR divided by R. See, n different things are taken and clockwise and anti-clockwise arrangement is also different. Therefore, the permutations are NPR divided by R. I think you got what I am explaining. N same things, clockwise and anti-clockwise order is also same. So the permutations are going to be n minus 1 factorial divided by R. N different things, clockwise and anti-clockwise order is also different. Then the permutation is NPR divided by R. Now the third one is, say, third one, the same. N different things are taken. N different things with not different arrangement of clockwise and anti-clockwise. See the third one. N different things are taken, not different arrangement. See, not different arrangement of clockwise and anti-clockwise. Then permutations are going to be equal to NPR divided by 2R. NPR divided by 2R. For the second and third, there is a small change, that is, it is having different arrangements of clockwise and anti-clockwise. Here it is having not different arrangement of clockwise and anti-clockwise. Clear students? So this is what the difference between the second and third. Only a small slight change, that is, here it is having different order for clockwise and anti-clockwise. Here it is having not different, that means the same kind of order for clockwise and anti-clockwise for different things. Then permutations are NPR divided by 2R. Very, very important formulas. First one, same kind of things, same kind of order for clockwise and anti-clockwise. Permutations are n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. Second one, n different things taken at a time and they are arranged in the different order. Therefore, the permutations are NPR divided by R. Third one, they are taken n different things, they are arranging in the different order of, in the same order of clockwise and anti-clockwise. Then the permutations are going to be NPR divided by 2R. Are you getting my points, students? So this is what your permutations of circular. Clear? That is nothing but circular permutations definition and some of the formulas of circular permutations. Clear? Okay students, see, now let us go for problem 4 on the circular permutation. In circular permutations, we have clockwise, anti-clockwise, order of clockwise, anti-clockwise, and without clockwise and anti-clockwise, what will be the things. Clear? So here what they have asked, let us see. The 11 members of a committee sit at around a table so that the president and secretary always sit together. Then the number of arrangements. Clear? Okay. Then the number of arrangements they are asking. See, there are 11 members in a committee, so that they has to be made to sit around a table where secretary and the president has to be always together. Clear? Then what are the total number of the permutations or what are the total number of the ways of that members can be made to sit is the question here. Clear? So already we have seen n number of different elements around circular permutation. We have studied. What is that? It is n minus 1 factorial. It is n minus 1 factorial. Clear? So n different things, because here there are 11 members. That means all 11 members are different. Clear? All 11 members are going to have different things. Clear? So that's why all 11 members are different. That means we are arranging different elements in the circular order. Clear? So for that we know the formula, that is n minus 1 factorial. So here what is n? N is equal to 11. In the given problem, n is equal to 11. But president and secretary are always together. That means they has to be sit side by side always. That means that two places are reserved. That two places are always together. That means by combining these two places, it is considered as only one. Clear? These two are combined to be the one place because of secretary and president. So that your n will be minus with 1 because of both of those are always together. So it will be n equal to 10. Clear, students? So now what is permutation formula? N minus 1 factorial. Now n is 10. So 10 means 10 minus 1, that is 9 minus 1 factorial. 10 minus 1 factorial is the arrangement of n members. Clear? Is the arrangement of n members. That means 10 seats. Clear? Because 11 members are there, but in that 11, 2 has to be always together. For 11 members, 11 seats. In that 2 are occupying side by side, so that it is considered as one seat. For those two, that is reserved. That means total 11 seats will be converted to 10 when those two are always side by side, so that you are having n equal to 10. Circular permutations tells that n minus 1 factorial, so it will be 10 minus 1 factorial. Clear? Still it is not over. Why? Because these two members are side by side, but here only you can change them. Clear? In this only you can change the seats, first place and second place. Clear? If I change these two, here you have two choices, so that n minus 1 factorial multiplied with 2. That means 10 minus 1 factorial multiplied with 2. So your answer is 9 factorial multiplied with 2. Have you got my point? Clear, students? I think this problem is very much clear to you. Okay, students. Now let us go for the next problem, that is the numbers of ways 4 boys can be seated around table. Clear? Around the table in 4 chairs. See, the number of ways 4 boys can be seated around the table in 4 chairs. That means there is a table, there are 4 chairs, and they are asking what are the number of ways of making 4 boys to sit here. Making 4 boys to sit on these 4 chairs round the table. Clear? Again, this is the circular permutations of different things which is given by n minus 1 factorial. Here what will be your n? Here n will be 4. So that is 4 minus 1, 3 factorial. So it will be 3 factorial. So 3 factorial is nothing but 6. Clear, students? So n different things, circular permutation we all know. N different things, circular permutation is what? N minus 1 factorial. Here clockwise, anti-clockwise doesn't matter. Clear? So this n number of students are n number of boys, that means n equal to 4 number of boys are making to sit on 4 chairs round the table in 3 factorial ways. That means 6 number of ways are there. Clear? Okay students, the number of ways that 8 beads of different colors we string as necklace. See, here they are confusing you by telling different colors. Here they are confusing you by telling different colors. This mainly the problem is of necklace. Are you getting my points? Beads and necklace. Person to person, everything it will be changed. Different objects. Beads to beads. Beads are same but different color, no problem. But beads are same. Are you getting my point? So that's why beads are same in the necklace. If you get confused, you remember it as necklace formula. For necklace formula, n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. For different persons, you remember it as n minus 1 factorial. Now you are solving necklace problem. So that's why you all know for necklace problem, circular permutations are n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. Anyways, clockwise, anti-clockwise not mentioned. Are you getting my point? If clockwise, anti-clockwise are mentioned, then we have to concentrate on order. But no problem. Clockwise and anti-clockwise it is not given. So directly they are asking what are the total number of the permutations of the arranging beads in the necklace. So for necklace problem, we know that permutations are n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. So n minus 1 factorial divided by 2 means here 8 beads, 8 minus 1 is 7 factorial divided by 2. So 7 factorial divided by 2 is nothing but 2520. It will be nothing but 2520. Clear? So here your answer will be 2520 because this is the problem on necklace. The permutations are n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. Clear? Okay. Please remember 2 formulas. Whenever you are dealing with persons round the table, your formula must be n minus 1 factorial whenever clockwise and anti-clockwise is not mentioned. But whenever the problem is on necklace, your formula is n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. This is necklace formula. Clear? Necklace formula. And this is persons. Clear? Persons and necklace are having different formulas in circular permutation. So if you are dealing with persons, n minus 1 factorial. If you are dealing with necklace, you have to go for n minus 1 factorial by 2. The proof of these formulas, don't worry. Clear? If you want, we will discuss some other time. But here, don't worry about those things. N minus 1 persons. Here n minus 1 factorial by 2 for necklace formula, n minus 1 factorial for persons formula. Clear? Okay students, now let us go for the next problem. In this problem, what they are asking, the number of ways in which 6 men and 5 women can dine at round table if no 2 women are to sit together is given by. Okay. So the problem is here, there are 6 men, 5 women. There are 6 men and there are 5 women. Here what you have to make? You have to make them to sit round a table for dinner. You have to make them to sit round a table for dinner so that no woman is together. That means women must not sit together. So that is what you have to calculate. Okay. So here let us take, this is round table. I want to sit men around a table. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means I have arranged 6 men round the table. Now, women are not to be sit together. That means between two men there must be one woman. This is woman. Okay, so these are the places for the women. Clear? So women can be made to sit in these positions. Clear? This is the arrangement of women's and these are the arrangement of men. So there is a round table. Around the round table you have, I am arranging 6 men and 5 women. So whenever I am arranging 6 men, what are my permutations? That is 6 minus 1 factorial. No problem. 6 minus 1 factorial. Clear? So because we are having 6 men, we are arranging them in a circular path. So it will be 6 minus 1 factorial. No problem. It is very easy. Clear? So that will be 5 factorial. No problem. But where the problem is with the women's, because you have to make to sit these women's such that they are not together. So see here, you got 6 places where the women's cannot be together. Don't worry about men. We have to worry about women because women's must be not together. So here there are 6 places for the women's where they are not together. That means in these 6 places, how many women's you have to arrange? 5 women's you have to arrange. That means we go for 6p5 because from 6 places you are choosing 5 places. Are you getting my point? You are choosing 5 places from 6 places. First you make a sitting of your men. 6 men are arranged around the table. Now arrange the women's. For the women's you have 6 places. Out of that 6 you choose 5. That means nothing but 6p5. This is the mixture of circular permutations and your formal permutation. Clear? So 5 factorial into 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 5 factorial. How much you are going to get? 5 factorial into 6 factorial. So 5 factorial and 6 factorial are multiplied to each other to get your solution. Therefore the answer is 6 factorial multiplied with 5 factorial. So that is what your answer. Clear? Okay students, now let us go for the 5th problem. That is, in how many ways 7 men and 7 women can be seated around a table such that no 2 women can sit together? That means they are telling that there are 7 men, 7 women. So you have to make an arrangement of sitting 7 men and 7 women round the table such that no women are together. No women are together. This is also like same problem. You try to solve the problem by pausing this video. Clear? I will solve this problem, no worry, but you try to solve on yourself by pausing this video and check you are going to get the correct answer or not. Okay, now let us solve this. Round the table, I will arrange 7 men. So we have arranged 7 men. We have arranged 7 men round the table. Now what is the arrangement of these 7 men? That is 7 minus 1 factorial, that is equal to 6 factorial. Clear? Okay. Now let us choose the places for women. So this will be the place of women's. See how many places? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So there are 7 places for women. to sit. Clear? So there are 7 places to sit for a woman so that no women are together. So now what we shall do? What we shall do here? So 7 places, we have to choose 7 women. That means 7p7. So it will be nothing but 7 factorial. Therefore your answer will be 6 factorial into 7 factorial. Therefore your answer is 7 factorial multiplied with 6 factorial. Clear? So your answer will be 7 factorial multiplied with 6 factorial.